I, F30, just found out my fiancé, M30, has been cheating on me with escorts. I can't believe I even had to write that sentence out. We have been together 8 years, engaged for 6 months. We have had problems connecting lately due to a host of underlying issues, his drug and alcohol problems, and I dealt with seasonal affective disorder over the winter. A week ago, we went on a trip to get away and rekindle our love, blah, blah, blah. And I thought we were getting on the right track. However, since we got back, both nights, he's stayed out past 3 a.m. on a work night. And I've had my suspicions that he's started doing coke again, which he promised me he wouldn't. So I snooped, I know, his computer iMessages, because they sync up with his phone messages. And yes, he was texting with his dealer and sending pics of him doing coke to his friend Greg. But then I noticed the texts to Greg were weird, like heart emojis and "I miss you." So I kept scrolling, and there were all these explicit texts, and him telling this girl he loves her. Obviously, Greg was a fake name, and how much he despises me. And honestly, all this shocking stuff, I still believe I'm in some kind of nightmare. He's been sending her thousands of dollars, and based off their conversations, she's not the only escort he's been sleeping with, and he hasn't been using protection. The kicker is, I've been helping him pay rent and sending him money here and there because of cash flow issues with his business. And he has cash flow issues because of the prostitutes. I don't know why I'm posting this here. Maybe because I'm too embarrassed to confide in anyone I know. Maybe hoping to hear how other people have gotten through similar situations. He's going out of town next week for work, aka to meet up with this escort, and I'm planning on just moving out without saying anything. I also plan on telling his dad what's going on since it's his father's business, and he's taking company money to pay for sex. I also think I should tell his dad about the drug abuse because he's going to kill himself with the path he's on. Coke, Adderall, Xanax, booze, any other substances in the vicinity. I actually hate him to my core right now, but don't actually want him dead. Sorry for the stream of thought wall of text. It's just 3 a.m. and I can't sleep, and I feel so blindsided and hoping if I ever fall asleep, I'll wake up and this never happened. Relevant comments, Big Greg 7288. Damn, that's pretty low down. You obviously know what needs to be done. Take a STD test to make sure you're clean and get rid of this guy. 8 wars, and he's sleeping with prostitutes and doing coke? He clearly doesn't care about his life. Don't let him ruin yours as well. Ope. Yep, getting tested is #1 on my list to do. And thank you. I can't believe I wasted 8 years for this to be the end. I can't have him ruin my life any longer. Big Greg 7288. I hear you on the time wasting. Look at it as a lesson on what not to tolerate from now on. OP true. Definitely changing my ways moving forward. And at least we never went through with a wedding. Thank you, COVID. This is an update to a post I made almost 3 years ago. Oh wow, I had completely forgotten about this throwaway account I made and just stumbled back on it. As someone who hates when people don't provide updates because I'm nosy, sorry I never provided one. Also, rereading my prior post, it sounds so fake. I'm starting to realize half the crazy posts I think on Reddit are fake, actually are probably real, LOL. Anyways, on to the updates nobody asked for, and honestly, as it's been almost 3 years at this point, it feels like a lifetime ago. And I can't believe that was my life, so sorry if details are a little glossed over. For starters, in hindsight, finding out about the cheating was the best thing that ever happened to me. I have weird, anxious thoughts about the alternative timeline me who never discovered any of this and stayed in that relationship. After I found out, the next day I went and got STD testing, all clear, and the nurse was actually the first person I told about what happened. I immediately started the process of moving out, emailed landlords separately to let them know we would not be renewing. Luckily, we only had like 2 months left. Since he was leaving in a couple days to go out of town for work, I decided to just suck it up and play it cool till he left. Once he left, I packed up all my stuff, hired a moving company to keep my things in storage until I figured out where I wanted to live, and booked a flight out to California to stay at a hotel on a beach with my dog. And I have family out there. I'm actually pretty close with my family, but I did this all on my own because I just wanted to process things on my own and wanted to ugly cry in peace. The day my ex was supposed to return to our apartment, I did end up contacting his parents to let them know what was up so they could meet him there, mainly because I was afraid he would do something drastic once he saw I was gone. I ended up staying in California for a couple of months with my sister until I decided to move back to my city mid-summer. I didn't love living out of a suitcase and wanted to make a new place for myself. After initially staying no contact, me and my ex did start texting again, was not healthy, and probably due to some level of codependency. He got into therapy and went sober, although he refused to go to AA or anything. The whole time he thought we would eventually get back together, but I was adamant that we would never, although thought we could be friends, LOL. Eventually, we had to stop talking because he got pissed that everything he was doing wasn't making me want to get back together with him, and occasionally he would blame me for why he cheating in the first place. Classic. Oh, and he started drinking again. TW for the next paragraph. The last straw was that fall, when he texted me he had drank a bottle of vodka, plus a full bottle of Xanax, and he'd see me in the next life. He ended up getting to the hospital on time, and after having his stomach pumped was fine. But this was a very traumatic event for me. After everything was handled, I blocked his number. Probably should have happened from the start, but IDK codependency shit. That saga, more or less, ended back in November 2021. So flash forward over 2 years later and some present-day updates. I'm a completely different person to where my family is shocked. I hadn't realized how much that relationship was affecting me negatively. I used to truly be a glass half-empty person to the core, and now I'm so easygoing, happy, glass half-full type of gal. And I lost like 40 pounds. Not that losing weight is always a good thing, but in my case it was. I'm 33 now, and to all the ladies out there afraid of starting over in their 30s, don't despair. I have been dating my amazing boyfriend for 2 years now, who is actually perfect for me. My ex and I were opposites. He was a chaotic wild card, grumpy, and really not a kind or considerate person. Really embarrassed why I was dating a person like this. My current boyfriend is so chill, has such a calming presence, and is the kindest and most thoughtful person I've met. We have not had a single fight in the 2 years we've been together and are just very respectful of each other, something that, at the core, my last relationship lacked. My ex seems to be doing fine, hasn't changed much from what I hear through the grapevine. We don't really talk, but I wish him the best.